Please keep in mind that this video comes from a fan who honestly hopes that the issues I'm gonna discuss here become irrelevant eventually. I consider myself a fan, a responsible, mindful consumer, not a mindless, easily impressionable stan who's gonna eat up whatever's gonna be thrown at them. The critiques and complaints I have are not directed at Christina herself, Christina as a person, but Christina Aguilera, the singer and the artist, plus her label and management. I can assure you that I don't have any malicious or negative intentions for making this video. If you feel like it is a little too much for you to handle and still decide to watch and get angry, that's not really my place to care. You are in charge of the content you consume. I kindly ask you to approach this video with an open mind and not jump to the conclusions too quickly. Without further ado, let's get into it. To make it more orderly and organized, I've divided the video into a few sections. Here you have some timestamps on the screen. We're gonna start with the content or the lack of content that Christina's fans can enjoy and engage with. So Christina's album Lotus got released in November 2012. The era was very short and received very little promotion. 3 performances on The Voice, 1 performance on Ellen, 1 performance on People's Choice Awards, and a medley performance on the American Music Awards. The lead single Your Body has never been performed in full in its original version. Honestly, if you think that promotion was a bit lackluster, brace yourself for the next era, but we'll get to that. In August 2014, Christina gave birth to her daughter and returned to taping The Voice later that year. We would start getting more and more rumors about the new album. In Christina's pretty laughable fashion at this point, she would say things like,
I know that there's been some music maybe.
Yeah, totally.
What's next for you music-wise?
I've been working on music, accumulating different songs and writing and trying to figure out what exactly the best culmination of songs is to put out there yet. It's still a work in progress. Really exciting stuff. All greatness.
Speaking of music, I hear you're working on a new album right now. What can you tell us about it?
My album will be an album of freedom. I'm very excited about this album. It'll be a body of work that will be timeless.
Any hints, any clues?
I can't, not yet. Everything will unravel in its own time, but I'm super excited to get back to what I'm really meant to do.
and post things like, let me tell you, fans have been waiting for any hints, basically starving for any new releases and content. So the first official song from Liberation, Depolarizing Accelerate, got released on May 3rd, 2018, and the album got released on June 15th. Yes, basically after 4 years of dropping unclear hints and broken promises. Now, the promotion for Liberation has been almost non-existent. It almost seemed like Christina pretended that she hasn't released the album. It felt like she didn't believe in her new material. For example, she came on the Today Show, performed 3 songs, 2 of which were not even from the new album. We got a performance on Jimmy Fallon, which was very cool. We also got an awaited carpool karaoke, that was awesome. And we also got a performance with Demi Lovato on Billboard Music Awards. But that's about it. Christina Aguilera and her management don't seem to understand that even if Christina is not having the same success as she used to have in the late 90s and 2000s, she has a core, loyal fan base. These loyal, dedicated fans deserve appreciation and attention, but it seems like Christina takes her fans for granted, a lot of the time at least. And it's not even only about the music and albums. Fans want to see Christina play the L Song Association game, do the expensive taste test, appear on Sean Evans' Hot Ones, try 9 things she's never done before, or do a genius interview. People want content and they're not necessarily getting it. Again, having a loyal fan base is a privilege. However, Christina and her management don't seem to recognize that fact. In quarantine, for example, so many artists were doing daily lives, collaborations, performing songs, surprising the audience with some unexpected covers to keep the fans happy and stay connected. Yes, Christina has done a few performances in that time, which is great. She's also asked for requests on what songs she should cover. We got a 52 seconds clip of her singing. Yes, beautiful, relaxed singing. Fans were thrilled to hear Christina just casually singing from her garden. Fans really do miss her, and they don't need much. Take that. It's been 8 or 9 years since Christina performed live any Christmas song. Wouldn't fans love to watch a stripped-back performance from her home studio or something? Wouldn't it be such a thoughtful, heartfelt little gift for the fans? Sure. Now, do you remember these performances? Absolutely amazing. Great vocals, great song choices.
It's that girl I see. the highest and have yourself. Now will guide your way. You will learn to begin to trust.
But these were not for defense. Fighters were able to get those, but these performances weren't officially posted on any of Christina's socials. They were recorded for an insurance holding company and its workers. Yikes. You could say, Christina doesn't have to play the numbers game anymore, chase the charts and all that, she's already proven herself. My answer to that is, sure, then why not make music for the fans? Why not show them that you care? And still you could defend her and say, Christina has been very open about valuing her private life and wanting to be a great mother for her children. And trust me, I fully support artists taking breaks to live life, focus on both their physical and mental health, focus on their families. I live with my parents and two much younger sisters. I am well aware that being a parent is one of the hardest jobs. You really have to experience it to fully understand that. If Christina is a busy, happy and fulfilled mom, that's amazing. However, we see that there are other female singers who seem to be able to balance out their private and professional life in a more efficient way.
You're touring right now, right?
I am touring, and yeah, I hadn't toured before that in like 10 years because I was.
Why didn't you tour for? Is it
like yes, I got really scared. I'm like, how do people do this?
I cried when I first had River in it, and then we have two older kids. I cried like
It's
almost every night. I
hard.
was like, this is so hard.
I can't help but compare Christina to Pink, who also has two children but managed to stay more active artistically, especially in 2010s. Pink has recently gone on a massive world tour that began in March 2018 and concluded in November 2019. And after that, she announced she would be taking a break from music in order to focus on her family. And you know what? Power to her. Mariah Carey, who's also a mother, who's been in the industry for a decade longer than Christina is, clearly isn't as successful as she used to be, but she's focused on making her fans happy and satisfied, feel seen, heard and connected. I obviously need to give Christina credit for her recent comeback to touring. Liberation Tour was a true treat for the fans. The X Tour and the Experience Vegas show were a lovely surprise as well. Since September 2018 till March 2020, Christina has performed 63 live shows in total and was able to revisit Europe, UK and North America. That's definitely an improvement that should be appreciated. It is a step in the right direction, that's for sure. However, there are still fans desperately waiting for seeing their idol live. Some of the biggest fighters in the world come from Brazil, Argentina. I hope you guys eventually gonna get what you deserve. Summarizing this lengthy section, if an artist doesn't seem to really care, why would I? Moving on to vocals. Christina Aguilera is an insanely talented singer. Her voice is an incredible, versatile, layered and rich instrument. Sometimes I feel like I've outgrown her vocal style. Don't get me wrong, Christina has done so many exquisite, absolutely stunning things with her voice. From her soft, buttery, warm mid-range perfectly imperfect belts, top-notch falsetto, to some of the most iconic vocal runs. It just irks me that we may never hear Christina reach her full potential, as she's kind of become like a prisoner of her own style and approach to singing. With that being said, Christina's voice is still doing better than many would have ever expected. And her vocal cords must be made from stainless steel and not muscles, tissue and mucous membrane. There's just no way. The first section, music. Christina's music itself has never been the problem, I think. I consider Christina an underappreciated pop artist with a truly exceptional discography. Even despite my complaints and critiques, her music still stands on its own. And that's not gonna change. Guys, I'd really like to know your opinion on all this. I don't hate Christina, I don't want anyone to think that I do. I'm still looking forward to hearing new material from her, I'll still be following her career. Sometimes I just wish it was easier to be a fan of Christina Aguilera. Or should I say, to be a Christina Aguilera fan. See what I did there? Huh? Okay guys, that will be all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're not disappointed by me in any way. Hope you're having a great day or evening, wherever you are. Till the next time. Bye guys. Back to the music.